now we are going to prove the depression in freezing point as a colligative property. That is, it depends upon the number of the solute particles and independent of its identity, and also it depends upon the attractive forces between the solute particles, right. So just look at the board that how we are going to prove this as a colligative property. So first of all, you should know that what is a freezing point. Freezing point is nothing but a point or a temperature at which the solution just gets freezed, right. So suppose I just need to freeze a solution, that means I have a solution, and you know that the solution will have a certain vapor pressure, right. So first we will consider the solvent, then we will relate it, okay. So suppose I have a solvent whose vapor, it will have a vapor pressure. You know that every solvent has a natural vapor pressure. So that means the solvent will have certain vapor pressure. So when I want to freeze it, so it will freeze at the stage when you can say the vapor pressure of the liquid solvent just get equal to the vapor pressure of the solid solvent. So that means the freezing point is that when the solid solvent is just going to have the same vapor pressure as the pressure which vapor pressure which a liquid has, right. So that means freezing point, freezing occurs only when the vapor pressure of both the states just become equal. When the vapor pressure of both the states become equal, then only the freezing take place, right. So suppose I consider solvent first. So I am just going to explain you graphically, because you will be getting this this depression freezing point more clear with the graph. See, this is my vapor pressure. I am going to plot against temperature. So let us say that you can say that this is my solvent getting freezed, and this is my solid solvent with the certain vapor pressure. So that means this indicates the frozen solvent, and this is the solvent in a liquid state. And you know that the temperature at which their vapor pressure just become equal corresponds to the freezing point. So this is our freezing point. So that means the freezing is going to occur at this specific temperature. Let us say T naught F, because it is for a pure solvent. Right. Now we see that when we add a non-volatile solute into a solution, you know that the vapor pressure is going to fall. You know that it is almost clear to you that when we are adding non-volatile solute, it will occupy a certain area. Hence the you can say that escaping tendency decrease or the vapor pressure gets decreased. You know that. So that means the vapor pressure of the solution is just going to be less than the vapor pressure of the solvents. So let us say it is meeting it at this point. So this is vapor pressure of the solution, because the vapor pressure of the solution is less. So that means it is meeting at the, you can say, a frozen solvent at this point. So this corresponds to the freezing point of the solvent. So like T naught F is more or TF is more? Obviously T naught F is more. So that means freezing point of the pure solvent is more than the freezing point of the solution. So that means I get to see a depression in the freezing point. I get to see a depression in a freezing point. This is what I meant to say you, that when we add a non-volatile solute, vapor pressure is just going to decrease, and when the vapor pressure is just going to decrease, we will see that there will be a depression in the freezing point too, right? Because it will meeting the frozen solvent at a point which will be lower than the point where it is meeting a pure solvent. So that means I can calculate the depression freezing point by subtracting the higher freezing point from the lower one. That means the T naught F, TF is getting subtracted from T naught F. This is what is indicating in the depression in the freezing point. And moreover, you know that the depression in this freezing point is directly proportional to the molar concentration of the solute. And as it is directly proportional to the molar concentration, it is proved that it is a colligative property. Now I am just going to make it in an expression form. I am just going to remove this proportionality sign. Let us put constant Kf. This Kf is molar depression constant. This is molar depression constant, same as we did for Kb, right? And it is equal to this depression in freezing point for 1 molar concentration of solution. It is equal to this, right? And likewise, we can calculate the molar mass for it, like we did for for the Kb. As I told you, in the Kb, we took this expression that Tb is equal to Kb into molality. So likewise, we will be taking it for the depression in the freezing point. The only difference is that here Tb becomes Tf, Kb becomes Kf, right? And the rest remains Same. So this is how you're going to show the depression in the freezing point. You should actually be well versed with the reason behind. See, whenever we are adding a non-volatile solute, it is an important point in this chapter solutions that whenever we are adding a non-volatile solute, it is just going to decrease the vapor pressure as it is going to occupy certain areas. It is going to offer a hindrance to the solvent molecules. So as a result, the escaping tendency decrease, the number of vapors formed decrease, and the vapor pressure is getting decreased. And due to that reason, we get to see the elevation in the boiling point, we get to see relative lowering in the vapor pressure, we get to see depression in the freezing point. So likewise, you will be asked about these topics. So just get well versed, and keep in mind you have to answer all those questions graphically also, right? Because more you will explain with the graphical, by drawing the graph, your answer will be more expressive as well as impressive, right? So just try to do it in your copies.